Well, hey everybody, Stephen Curtis Chapman here. How you doing? And guess what time it is? Say it with me. Story time with Stevie. That's right. I'm going to read another excerpt from my book, Between Heaven and the Real World, Chapter 21, With Hope. Shortly after apartheid ended in South Africa, I had a chance to do a concert tour there with my band. At the time, the television news kept reporting stories of violence erupting in some of the major cities. And Mary Beth and the wives of other band members weren't sure it was a good idea for us to go. But with a strong conviction that it was a desperate time to share the message of the peace that only God can give, we prayerfully went ahead, and the tour turned out to be a powerful experience and a great success on every level. I'd always dreamed of taking my family back there someday. The day finally came in 1999 when Mary Beth, Emily, Caleb, Will Franklin, and I boarded our flight to make the long journey to South Africa with plans to do concerts not only in Cape Town and Johannesburg, but also in Zimbabwe, where we would travel on a real safari into the wild African bush, as well as take a trip to Victoria Falls. This was truly going to be a great adventure as a family. And since we were going to do God's work in Africa, my children were, of course, going to be perfect angels on the 17-hour flight. We were no more than an hour into the flight when my seat buddy, Caleb, who was in full bloom in his spaz phase of life, spilled his second Sprite onto his tray table, which then ran off the tray table and onto our pants. This was becoming a bonding experience for us as father and son in more ways than I had planned. I was ready to strangle him, and I was feeling anything but calm and peaceful and godly. I reached into my bag and pulled out my Bible, knowing that I'd better try to read some scriptures that might snap me back to reality and keep me from losing it with my son. I could imagine the headlines. Christian recording artist duct tapes his child in bathroom on international flight. I opened my Bible to Psalm 46:10 and began to read. Be still and know that I am God. I was deeply convicted by that verse. It was meaningful not only for this moment, but also for so many of the restless and frustrating moments in life when things don't go the way I think they should. I took out a pen and paper and I began to write these words. Be still and know that He is God. Be still and know that He is holy. Be still, O restless soul of mine. Bow before the Prince of Peace. Let the noise and clamor cease. Be still. I finished the song on the flight and went on to sing it for the people of South Africa, feeling in a way that it was a gift, especially for their encouragement. It would also become an important song for me on the adventure ahead.